Hello and welcome to today's class. So, good morning everyone, and I hope you all are doing great. We are working on the chapter surface area and volume. This is a chapter from mathematics part 2, and we have almost completed the chapter, but today we will be doing problem set, right? My name is Madhuri Mangle from LK Wagji MPS Secondary School. So let's begin with a quick recap on what we did so far. The very important part for this chapter are the formulas. So let us look at all the formulas in one go in a proper grid format. These are the shapes that we have studied for class 9. All these shapes, these formulas are very important from the point of view of 10th standard because complete chapter is going to repeat. This is the basis, the foundation of class 10. All these shapes, the formulas are going to repeat in the next class with addition of few more structures, few more shapes. All right. And now let us quickly look at the formulas in a grid view. So we have seen the formula for cube, cuboid and cylinder. If you have not taken a screenshot of this, quickly take a screenshot because this is going to help you when we will be solving some application based questions. And then there were three other shapes, that is cone, sphere and a hemisphere. So yes, today you all are going to have really you are going to enjoy this class today because it won't be only me who will be solving the problems. We are going to solve all the problems together. Now you must be wondering how this is going to happen. So we will be doing it together with a live lesson from quizzes. So again, I will be sharing ID, password, and we all will be doing the sums together. I will be helping you to understand the concept. I will also help you to understand what will be the formula, and I will be doing some working for you, but the last part, the final calculation, that will be done on your side, and you will be sharing the answers, and we will be working out one single problem at a time. So that is going to be a step-by-step process, not a quiz. Like, it is not fastest finger first. We don't want the time parameter here, but we want accuracy. So in today's class, we will be working with accuracy, and all the problems we are going to work out together. All right. So quickly, let me give you the directions. So just look out on the screen. You need to go to any web browser and then you need to Google in joinmyquiz.com. So just check on the screen. Yes, you can see it over here, joinmyquiz.com. That is the wording that you need to enter in Google, and you will be directed to a site, or you will be directed to a link that is for students. So joinmyquiz.com, you need to type in joinmyquiz.com, and then you will be directed to a page like this, which is quizzes, and then it will ask for a code. So you will be entering a code over here. Once you click on join a game, you will be asked for entering a name. So you have to enter name over there. And once you click on once you click on start, you will be directed to another page wherein you will be waiting for other players to join. So let's get started. Quickly move to any web browser and type in joinmyquiz.com. And once you're there, you need to, yes, just a minute. Yes, and you will be asked for a code. So the code is here on my screen. I will be sharing it now. So just a minute, students. Yes, that's the screen. And the code is The code is 819795. The code is 819795. I see Sujata has joined. Quickly, I can see participants joining on the left hand side. And we will be doing some real brainstorming questions on surface area and volume, which will be application based word problems. So students, quickly join in because we will be doing all of them together, okay? And be ready with paper, pen, and of course, if you require, you can keep your textbooks so that you can refer formulas, right? So once the participants number hits 100, we will quickly start with today's lesson. Yes, I know all of you are excited. And there you need to type in joinmyquiz.com. Once you type in joinmyquiz.com, it would ask for a code. The code is 81. Okay, just a minute. Very good. I see participants are joining. The code, I will repeat the code once again. So the code is 819795. 819795. That is the code. I see 82 participants have already joined. Great. So I'm going to wait for another 30 seconds and then we will begin. Quickly get started, and the first step will be, I will just start the lesson from my side over here, and if others you still want to join, you can use the same code. You can see it on the screen. 819795 is the code. So let us begin with a very simple question. A very simple question. Okay, so the question will be on your screen now. Yes. So the question is, what is this formula pi r squared? What is this formula pi r squared? Yes. Try out, what is this formula pi r squared? Very good. I see participants are entering the options. Keep trying students. 68, 70, 71 of you have already tried it. Okay, another 20 seconds and I'll end this question. So another 20 seconds, try it out fast. 10 seconds. The question is very simple. What is the formula? Others who have not yet joined but wish to join, the code is 819795. Yes, and now I'm going to end this question. So let us see the results. Okay, so just check. What are you able to see on your screen? So if you have got the right answer, you would see correct. If you have got wrong answer, it would show incorrect. And of course, you can see here, there is no, the leaderboard will give same points to each and every one. So it doesn't depend on time, like how much time you are consuming, but it depends on the answer. Okay, if you got right answer, you will be getting full marks, and if you get it wrong, you would get it straight away a 0. Fine. So now please don't log out from there. Keep that page intact there itself. We will be moving that back to that page in some time later. Now you need to come back to the Zoom screen. So everyone, please join back to the Zoom screen, and we will start with the first question of today's class, that is problem set 9, the first question. Okay, so I hope all of you are back to the Zoom screen. I hope all of you are back to the Zoom screen. Yes, so let's begin with the first question. The question says, if diameter of a road roller is 0.9 meters, if diameter of road roller is 0.9 meters, the length is 1.5 meters, how much area of a field will be pressed in its 500 rotations? Okay, so that is the question. We start with writing out what is given. So we are given that it's a road roller. The diameter is 0.9 meters. Now, if the diameter is 0.9 meters, what will be the radius? We know that is going to be half of the diameter, right? So diameter is half. We won't do the calculations. We will just write it as it is, divided by 2. That is the radius. We are given the length, that is equals to 1.4 meters. And to find, we are asked to find that how much area will be pressed. We are asked to find the area which will be covered by the road roller. Okay, students, so that is the question. Now you need to identify the shape first. So of course the road roller will be a cylindrical structure like that, right? And it is going to move uh, horizontally on the surface, correct? So think, when the road roller is moving on the surface, which part will get in touch of the ground? Of course, that will be the curved surface area, because the flat faces are not touching the ground. They are moving, they are like on the either side, right, students? So here we are working on just the curved surface area. So first thing, what is the shape? The shape is of a cylinder. Second thing, what is the formula? So it has to be the curved surface area, right? And now the next thing, formula. What will be the formula that we use here? So of course, step 1, we need to find the curved surface area, and then step 2, we need to find the area. What is the formula for area? So area will be the curved surface area times the number of revolutions. Okay, students, so area will be, yes, so area will be CSA times the revolutions. So everybody, please write it out, and you have to do the calculations with me. Only then you will be getting the right answers. So observe the screen carefully, what formula, how we are doing it. All right, so let's begin with the solution. Let's begin with the solution. The first step is to find CSA, right, students? So we begin with writing out the formula of CSA. What is CSA of a cylinder? That is 2 pi RH, right? Curved surface area of cylinder. And of course, we can do one more thing. We can straight away find the area, because again that will help us in some calculations. So CSA is equals to, area is equals to CSA times revolutions. Okay, let us do it together, because the number of revolutions is going to help us in the calculations. All right. So what is the curved surface area? That is 2 pi r h times the revolutions. We know the number of revolutions given, that is to be 500. So we are multiplying by 500. Okay. Now just substitute the values. All right, students, we are just substituting the values. So what is the value of pi here? So whenever pi is not given, what we can do? We can stick to 22 by 7. So 2 times the formula, we are just substituting the values, that is 2 times 22 over 7 times radius. Radius is 0.9 upon 2 times height. Height is the length. Okay, the length of this roller is same as height of the cylinder. So we know the height is 1.4 meters. So height is 1.4 and the number of revolutions, that is 500. Now observe this carefully. I am going to give you some tricks on how to solve this problem easily. That is how to do the decimal multiplication easily. Okay, so what are we checking? We see that after this decimal point there is 1 digit over here, and after this decimal point there is 1 digit over here, right? So what we will be doing, we will try to get rid of the decimals by multiplying the opposite side by the number of decimal places. So we see after the decimal point there are 2 places. One is 9, second is 4, total 2. So divide the complete part by 100, right? So this would be 2 times 22 over 7 times 9 into 14 over 2 times 100 times 500, like that. So once again, let me repeat, what are we doing here? We got rid of the decimal point, right? After the decimal point, there are 2 digits. One is 9, second is 4. So we are multiplying by 100, and that's how the decimal point disappears. Okay, and now do the calculation. So 0, 0 gets crossed out, this 0 gets crossed out. Okay, I leave this part to you. You have to do the calculations now, and again we will be back to the screen and you have to press the right answer over there. Okay, so do this calculations on your own. I gave you the trick, that is to get rid of the decimals first, and now whatever the calculation you can see on the screen, try to do the calculations and then we will be back to the quiz. So again, one more hint, this is very easy. 2 and 2 will get crossed out, right? We are left out with 22 over 7 times 9 times 14 times 5, right students? Simplify it, try to do the calculations. Again, I'll give you one more hint. 7 times 2 is 14. So what are we left with? We are left with 22 times 9 times 2 times 5. Quickly do the calculations, and on the screen you have to move back to the earlier screen, that is the quizzes screen, and I have started the question over there again. You can try to give the answer. You can try to give the answer there. I know you have done the calculations, you have got it right. Okay, press in the correct answer. Once you are done with the calculations, you have to move back to the quizzes site. Okay, and on the screen you can see the question with the options. You have to hit the right answer. Okay, you have to hit the right answer. I see 9 of you, 10 of you have already entered it. You have entered in the answer. I'll give you another 30 seconds. Another 30 seconds. Do the calculations. You can see options on the screen. You just have to select the correct answer. You just have to select the correct answer. So you can see it on your screen that others are still answering and you have submitted the answer, right? So 35 of you have done the calculations and you have got the answer as well. Keep trying students. The calculations are really easy. The calculations are really easy. So quickly multiply, that is 22 times 9 times 2 times 5 2 times 5 is 10, 10 times 9 is 90. So you have to do only one multiplication, that is 22 times 90. Quickly do the calculation, the multiplication part, and you will get the answer. Yes. Another 20 seconds. I'll give you another 20 seconds. So over here, the calculation part, this is 2 times 5 is 10, 10 times 9 is 90, so 22 times 90. And what will be the answer? Quickly do the multiplication and go back to the quizzes link and just enter in the answer over there. Since this is area, the unit has to be meter squared. Okay, 60 of you have already answered. I'll give you another 10 seconds. The calculation is very easy. Just multiply. You can see the options on your screen. Quickly enter in the correct option and be there. Yes. Yes, students. So this is what you can see on your screen. Here, 66 participants have already answered. For those who have still not joined, you can go to joinmyquiz.com and enter in the code. The code is here on my screen. You can check, that is 819795, and you will be here on the dashboard. You can try out the questions with us. Okay, so 67 of you have attempted it. You have done the calculations, you have got the answers, and I'm going to end this question now. Okay, and let us look at the results. So the leaderboard, you can see how many of you got it right. Most of you have got it right. Yes, students. So yes, and now we will be back to our original screen. That is, we will be back to our problem solving screen. Yes. So let us work out the second question. Yes, the answer for this was 1980, simple multiplication, right, students? This was simple multiplication. The answer was 1980 meters squared. And now we start working on the second problem. So here on the screen, you can see this is the second question. Please be very attentive. Please be very attentive. The questions are really easy. You need to understand the shape first. Next, you need to understand what formula we apply. And finally, the last step, that is the calculation. That is super easy, right? You just need to know simple multiplication and division. So what is given in this question? We are given that to make an open fish tank, a glass sheet of 2 millimeter gauze is used. The other length, breadth, and height of the tank are 60.4 centimeter, 40.4 centimeter, and 40.2 centimeter respectively. How much maximum volume of water will be contained in it? So what are we given? We are given that the width of the sheet, that is, okay, the width of that sheet is given, that is 2 millimeter. Now remember to convert, because other units are in centimeters. We know that 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. Okay, and other words we can also write it as, yes, in other words we can also write it as 1 millimeter equals to 0.1 centimeter. So of course 2 millimeter will be 0.2 centimeters, right? And then what are we given? We are given length equals to 60.4 centimeter, breadth equals to 40.4 centimeter, and height equals to 40.2 centimeter. Okay, even though the shape of the structure is not given in the question, but just looking at the dimensions are length, breadth, and height. So just looking at the dimensions, we understand that this is a cuboidal structure, right, students? This is a cuboidal structure, and we are asked how much maximum volume of water will be contained in it. That means we are asked to find the volume of water, right? So that will be volume of a cuboid. Now try to check what is the formula for finding the volume of a cuboid. We are asked to find, what are we asked to find? Volume. So, and we know this figure is a cuboid, so we need to find volume of this cuboid. Okay, are you all ready with the formula? What is the formula for finding volume of cuboid? What is the formula to find volume of cuboid? Yes, you all are right, that is LBH. But before you start the calculations, think, why are we given this width? What is the use of this width? Is it just given for confusing us? No, there is something, we need to use that width. Okay, so it is like the thickness of the glass. Okay, it is like the thickness of the glass. Because of this thickness, the volume will decrease. Try to understand, students. This is the thickness of the glass. Okay, a glass sheet is used to make that open fish tank. All right, but because of this thickness, the volume will reduce, because length, breadth and height of the open space that is inside, that is going to reduce. So next step we need to do before we begin the volume part is we need to reduce the length, breadth and height by 0.2. So the length will be 60.4 minus 0.2. That will be how much? That will be 60.2 centimeters, right? What will be the breadth? Again, we have to subtract 0.2 over here. That will be 40.2 centimeters. And finally, what will be the height? Again, we need to subtract 0.2 because that is the thickness of the glass. The thickness of the glass will reduce the volume. All right, so we are subtracting all the length, breadth and height by 0.2. So 40.2 minus 0.2, that will give us 40 centimeter over here, right? And now you can find out the volume. So the solution part, what will be the solution? That is, we need to find the volume. So volume of the cuboidal structure. Quickly try out the calculations now. That is L times B times H. We know the values, that is 60.2 times 40.2 times 40, right? You have to do the multiplication and you will get some answer. The unit has to be, I won't tell the unit, okay, because maybe that is also a part of the question. All right, so quickly try this out. You need to multiply and then I'll add the question to the quizzes link. Okay, so try out the multiplication part and then we will move to the question dashboard. Now, how can you multiply? In simple way. So this 0, 40, 0 and this decimal point will, like this will be 602 over 10 times 402 over 10. We are just removing the decimal point and shifting it to the other side as 10, and we are multiplying by 40 over here. 0 gets crossed out, so we are left with 602 times 402 times 4, the whole over just a 10. So multiply and then give a decimal point right after one digit. Okay, students, so try out this calculation. Try out this calculation quickly. This is easy, no worries at all, just the calculations. You need to be very good with the calculations. So another hint, this would be 804, the whole over 10. You need to multiply and then give a decimal point because there's a 10 in the denominator. Okay. And once you're done with the calculations, you need to move back to the screen of quizzes. I have just now started the meter over there. Okay, you can try to give answers. You can try to give answers there. You can see three options again. Match your answers with the options and try to identify the correct one and just select it. Okay, do your calculations carefully. Try to match your answer with the given options. and select the correct one. Once you have clicked on the right answer, once you have clicked or you have given the answer, it will show that the answer is submitted and waiting for others to answer. Okay, it will be showing waiting for others to answer. So 32 of you have completed the calculation and you have submitted the answers. Others try out the calculations. It's easy. You just need to multiply and divide by 10. That is, you need to put a decimal point at the end. Yes, students. Once 50 of you have submitted the answers, I'll end the quiz. So that's 602 times 804. Once you finish the calculations, you can see 3 options on your screen. You need to hit the correct one and the answer will be submitted. Okay, so let us check how many of you have completed it. We see 60 of you have finished calculations and submitted the answers as well. There are 185 participants on this dashboard who can see this question with the options. And there, I hope you all have completed the calculations, right? Let us take another 10 seconds and then we'll stop on this question. Let us wait for just 10 seconds. Okay, that's it. Okay, so I hope you all have completed it and you can see the leaderboard. Again, those who got them right, their names are displayed on the screen over here, and 42 of the total 79 of them, they have, please be on mute everyone. Yes, so 42 of the participants who out of the 79 who submitted the answers got it right. So let us move back to the original screen so that you can see the answer, the calculations. When you multiply these two numbers, you should get the volume to be, just a minute. Yes, so the answer was, okay, so let us quickly move to the next one. The answer was 96801.6. All right. So now we move to the next one. Yes, the next question. So what is given here? We are given that if the ratio of radius and base, if the ratio of radius of base and height of a cone is 5:12, right? So we are given this. Let us write it out. We are given that the ratio of radius to height is to be 5:12. Okay, and we are given the volume of this structure, that is volume of cone. Okay, so the structure is already given, the shape is given, that is to be cone, and we are given the volume, that is 314 cubic meters, or we can write it as meter cube. And what are we asked to find? So we are asked to find its perpendicular height and slant height. So perpendicular height is h. We need to find this. And just a minute. And the next thing that we are asked to find is slant height, that is L. L equals to question mark. Okay, so we are asked to find these two, height and length, the slant height, fine. And what will be the roadmap to this now? So the formula clearly, it's volume of cone. So we will be using the volume of cone. That is, what is the formula, students? Think quickly. What is the volume of cone? That is 1/3 of cylinder, right? Which is 1/3 pi r squared h. Okay, and how do we begin? We know the ratio is given. So whenever we are given ratio, we start the solution. How do we start the solution? We start it with, let the common multiple be x, right? So we start with, let the common multiple be x. Okay, and therefore the ratio, which is to be r is to h equals to 5 is to 12, the radius will be 5x and the height will be 12x. Okay, so instead of 5 it is 5x, instead of 12 that is 12x. And now what is the next step? We simply use the formula, and whatever is given, that is we are given the volume, so we start with volume part. So we are given that the volume is equals to 314. Okay, so start with the calculations, everyone with me. What is the formula for volume? That is 1/3 pi r squared h, which is equals to 314. Okay, and then you just need to substitute the values. What are the values given? What are the values given? We are given radius, height, and of course the value of pi is also given. So just check calculations. The tricks are, pi is 3.14, we keep it as it is. Radius is 5x. So I'm going to put dots over here for multiplication. The dot denotes multiplication. Okay, or else no confusion. R is 5x. So 5x times, it is r squared. So I'll put another 5x and times height, which is 12x. And this is equals to 314. Right, students? What will be the next step now? You can see there are how many x's? 1, 2, 3. 3x's. So that will be x cubed, right? Also, we can cross out this 3 with this 12. That will be 4, correct? Now, others who are very confident on calculations, you can go ahead and try out the calculations, okay? And others, you can still be with me. So here we have 314 over, after the decimal point, there are 2 digits. So we divide by 100 times 5 times 5 times 4 and x cubed. Since there are 3 x's, 1, 2 and 3, that will be x cubed, and that is equals to 314. Right, students? Now again, just try to look at the numbers carefully. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 4 is 100, right? So this 100 and this 100 gets crossed out. What are we left with? We are left with 314 times x cube, which is equals to 314. See, the calculations have simplified. And now we shift this 314 to other side. That will be x cube, which is equal to 314. This 314 will become division on the other side. So divided by 314, we are left with x cube equals to 1. And what will be x? Which number, when multiplied with itself 3 times, will give us 1? Of course, that has to be 1, right? So we got x equals to 1, and we need to find the radius. Radius was 5x, and the height was 12x, right? Yes, students. So of course the radius will be 5 and the height will be 12. Okay, now you must be wondering, the teacher has solved everything, and what are we going to do, or what will be, how we will be entering the answer? So just look at what are we asked to find. We are asked to find L also. And how do we find L? Sorry about the background noise. So how do we find L? The formula is L squared equals to R squared plus H squared, right students? So we have the height over here, which is equals to 12 meters. And now we will be finding the length. Okay. So the length will be, just a minute. So how do we find L? L squared equals to R squared plus H squared, right? And what is length and what is the height and what is the radius? We already know that. So just substitute the values. Radius is 5 and the height is 12. It's 5 squared and 12 squared. I leave the calculations to you now. Okay. And I'll give you 10 or 20 seconds. Go ahead and try out the calculations. Once you have finished the calculation, just raise your hand. I'll add question on the quiz board. So 3 participants have raised their hands. I hope you all are doing the calculations, right? So you just need to square 5 and square 12, add them together. You'll get something L squared equals to something, but we need to find L. So you need to take the square root of that. Okay, you need to take square root of that. And that will give us the length. Okay, I hope you all are working. 29 participants are ready with the answers. And I have added the question on the board now. So you can move back to the quizzes board and check. The question is find its perpendicular height and the slant height. Go ahead and type in or just select the correct answer. You all have the answers already. Yes, students, so you can see the question with the options on the screen. And once you have submitted it, it will show way to go, waiting for others to finish. Yes, do try it out. Simple calculations. Those who are still struggling, for them, let me help out. This would be 5 squared is 25 plus 12 squared is 144. Adding them up, you would get that equal to 169. And maybe some of you are struggling with the square root part. So for this chapter, it is very important to by heart squares and square roots till 25. At least till 25, you should memorize. Okay. And what is the square root of L? Or what is the square root of 169? Try it out, students. I hope you all are working on it. Okay, yes. So I guess I was put on mute. So yes, 67 of you have completed it. We'll give another 10 seconds and then we will stop with this question so that we can move to the other one. Yes. So let's stop with this question. Yes, so we can see how many of you have got it right. And this is addition of all the questions. Okay. The points, they are being added up. All right. So you see 43 of you have got it right. We already got 12 as the answer, right? For height, we already got 12 meters. And you just had to find length. We got length equals to square root of 169. That is 13. Okay, so congratulations to all those 43 students who got it right. And for the remaining 30 of you, best luck for the next question. So let's move back to question number 4 of problem set 9. Yes. And what is the question? It says, find the radius of a sphere if its volume is 904.32 cubic centimeters and pi is given. So again, concentrate students here on this screen, on the Skype, on the Zoom screen. Yes, students. So we are given that radius is equals to question mark. We are asked to find radius and we are given volume. The shape is already given. It's a sphere, so volume is 904.32 centimeter cube. Okay, that is the volume, and we are also given the value of pi, that is 3.14. Okay, and what are we asked to find? So we are asked to find the radius. Okay, students. So what is the formula? Try to recollect what is the formula. Formula for volume of a sphere. Yes, I know you all have it. So it's volume, the formula is 4 by 3 pi r cube. That is the formula for volume of a sphere, right? And let's begin with the solution now. The solution, that is, we know the volume. Volume is given to be 90432. I'm going to divide by 100 here itself, because after the decimal point there are how many digits? There are 2 digits, so divide by 100. Okay, and you can remove the decimal point. Now replace this word formula with the formula. Replace this word volume with the formula. What is the formula? It's 4 by 3 pi r cube. That is equals to 90432 divided by 100. Okay, and we know the value of pi is given. The value given is 3.14, right, students? So let us substitute and do the calculations. So that is 4 by 3, pi is 3.14, but I'm going to write it as 314 divided by 100. You see, after this decimal point 3.14, there are how many digits? There are 2 digits, and that's why we are dividing by 100 times r cube, which is equals to 90432 divided by 100. Clearly, this 100 and this 100 gets crossed out. What are we left with? What are we left with? So that is 4 by 3 times 314 times r cube, which is equals to 90432. Okay, and now we will move the numbers to the other side so that we are left out with 3 over here. So this will be 90432. Just check carefully. 3 is in denominator, it moves to the numerator, the top, right? And then look at the tops, that is 4 and 314. they are in the numerator, so they will move down to the denominator. So this will be 4 times 314. Right, students? And now try to reduce this. Don't worry, I'm going to help you with few more calculations, and then you can try out the remaining on your own. So just check. You can reduce this with the table of 4 straight away. So, or else 2 times 2 is 4, like that. And then you can reduce it out like this. So twice of 1 is 8, and 2 5s are 10, 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2, 2 6s are 12, right? And then we are left with r cube, which is equals to 45216 divided by 314. What can be done? Since it's a cube root, we will be, of course, taking cube root, right? So for cube root, we need to factor. So do prime factorization, 45216, and you need to factor this out. So you can start with 2. I hope all of you are working it out with me, right, students? So this will be 2 to the 4, to the 4 to 6 are 12. I hope you are working it out, right, students? Yes. And you just need to simplify it so that you can see 314 somewhere. We are not going to do more cancellations over there, okay? Because somewhere you will find 314 in this prime factorization table itself. Okay, and then still we can divide it by 2. All right, and now this is not divisible by 2 anymore. So what are we going to do now? So the next step, you can check out, this is divisible by 3. 3 4s are 12, we are left with 2, 3 7s are 21, 3 1s are 3. Again, we can simplify using 3, so that will be 1s are 3, 5s are 15, and 7s are 21. Okay, so just check, r cube is equals to how much? There are how many 2's? 5 of them. And of course, there is 157 also. The whole upon this is 314. Remember, a 2 and 157 makes 314. Okay, so 2 and 157 gets crossed out with 314, and we are left with r cube, which is equals to 2 times 2 times 2, and 3 times 3 times 3 it should be. Yes. Try out the calculations step by step, and you should be see that you will get something like this. And now try out. Yes. So I'm going to add the question on the quiz board. Yes. Over here, the calculations part, this was actually a 3, because when we move this 3 to the other side, we need to put a 3 on the top, right, students? So this was a 3 actually, but this calculation is perfect. You can just rely on this calculation. You would get something like this once you prime factorize. And now you need to find the cube root. Everybody knows how to find cube root, right? To find the cube root, we circle the factors. We circle the factors in groups of 3's, right? And that will give us the radius. So I hope all of you are ready with the radius. Yes, there has to be a 3 over here, because this 3 will get carried forward over here. So there will be one more 3. Okay, and this was not a 2 over there. So you will be left out with 3 2's and 3 3's, like that. Yes. Do try out the calculations fast. And once you are done with the calculations, please raise your hands that you are ready with the answers. This is question number 4. And you can move to the quizzes board. Over there, you will be able to see this question with the answers. then we got r cube equals to 3 times 3, and 2 was also multiplied 3 times. So you just need to find the cube root. Okay, and how do we find cube root? We write the 3 factors as 1. Okay, so 3 times 3 times 3 will become a single 3, and 2 times 2 times 2 will become a single 2. So what is the radius then? We are just left with 3 times 2. So everyone, what is the radius? It's just 3 times 2. And you all know what is 3 times 2. So you're left out with simple calculations. Everyone try out it quickly. Yes, students, so 50 of you have already completed. 50 of you have already completed, and I'll give another 10 seconds. I'll give another 10 seconds. You can check it out over here. What are we doing? We are just grouping the numbers together. So we are left out with r equals to, we are left out with r equals to twice of 3, and we get r equals to how much? The unit has to be centimeters. The unit has to be centimeters. So with that, we will stop for this question. Okay, and let us check how many of you are still there with the right answers. The leaderboard shows name Sujata, Nisha is on top, Nilesh, Saroj, Roshni, and 48 of you have got the right answer, that is 6 centimeters. Again, we hear how many? 24 of you have got it wrong. No problem, you can try out on the next question, but thank you for trying it out, and congratulations to all those 48 students who got this answer right as well. Let's move to the next question now. I guess we are out of time, and so yes, so that was it, I guess, because we are out of time. What we did today is we did 4 questions from problem set 9. Okay, students, these were the 4 questions that we have completed, and the remaining questions, that is number 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 9 are omitted for this academic year. So you can try these questions on your own. I hope you enjoyed today's class, which was working parallelly with the teacher, trying to do the calculations and getting them right. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you everyone for joining.